is how more plumbers have lit more buildings on fire.
We're making things happen.
As I start lighting stuff on fire over here. Just don't want to leave a char mark on the board because that's like rookie.
Oh, damn it!
So much for not burning the board. That's the gas line.
Yeah, let's not light the gas line.
I mean, maybe you shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, there is that.
I can barely see the char marks.
Next.
If you turn the lights off, you can barely see it.
Sucker's at 220 still over here.
All right, we got it all soldered. So I rigged this thing up so we could put air pressure to it and we could pressure test it.
It's leaking here.
Where's that? Oh,
And
that's a
then
threaded thing. So I wonder what the heck is supposed to go in there.
you can leave it tipping at an angle up so you can read it without moving your board. Something right here. Oh, this probably isn't tight because it's leaking like hell right here.
Okay, 27 pounds of pressure. So we have it isolated here and here and here and here. So all we did is pressure test the area that we soldered. We did find a leak here. This was on the manufactured section. We had to take that apart and goop it up. Everything else looks okay. Oh, we did find leaks here because I didn't have any of these tightened. When they sent it, this was all disassembled. But I'll have to check it in the morning and see if it's at 27 pounds. Because it's right between the 26 and the 28. So hopefully it's good. And then we can test the water heater zone with it and the floor zone and make sure all of that stuff's good. And then we should be good. Then we could put this stuff in there. It's the next morning. I'm still pretty sleepy. And it's Turkey Day. Okay, let's see if this held pressure. What was it, like 26 PSI or something? Oh, biscuits. It's freaking leaking somewhere. Dang it. Okay. Well, let's fire up the air compressor, charge it again, spray it with some more water, and see where it's leaking at. Let's do it. We found a leak. Problem is, I'll show you. So it was leaking, so this one's taken apart. It was leaking between here and there. So what I did is I took this off because I have no way of, rotating that when it's on there. So I took that off, put some goop on it, and then I tightened it back in there. But now the problem is the frickin' gauge is against the wall with that tight. So I gotta unsweat this 90 and then refit it so that this is going that way. It's kind of annoying. But that's what we're doing. That's where we're at, and that's what we're doing and stuff. So let's probably just do it. This is probably not the right way to do this, is to like force cool it off, but I wanna test it. 60 PSI. Let's see what we got for leaks. Hopefully nothing, because I don't want to deal with any more leaks. I think I might have found one. Oh, I might have found two. Apparently it's so cold in here the GoPros wouldn't turn on because they just stopped working. So I put the batteries in my pocket and now this one turned back on. Anyways, we found tons of leaks. We had to resolder this one. It was leaking there. It was leaking there. It was leaking at all these. It's leaking at this fitting, which is from the manufacturer. I didn't do anything with that. This valve stem was leaking, so I had to take that apart. So I got all of that so that it pressure tested good for a while. I got impatient. I turned the water heater section on, so now this is under pressure. And I found there was a tube in here, must have got dislodged during shipping, so I had to get that fixed. So now it's charged 60 psi, and this is off, but this entire section is charged with 60. I didn't do anything with the floor heat yet, so I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit and see how it goes. Shop update. The compressor got a new compressor. Here's the old one. It was old and it was tired and it lit on fire a couple times. That was because the pressure switch was screwed up. Anyways, losing compression in the cylinders. I mean, it could have been because that bolt's missing. I don't know. But got a new one from Harbor Freight. Had to bolt that on there. Reline the motor. Had to replumb some stuff here. The little inline check valve was bad, so it was just bleeding back through the compressor. But we got all this on there. Had to get, you know, a new shiv and a belt and stuff, but this thing works pretty good. It fills up. This is a 60-gallon tank, I think. I think it only takes it like 2 minutes to fill that up from empty, so that's pretty good. And then we pressure tested the floor. We have this zone that's leaking. I think this is a zone that goes out to the driveway pad that I hit with a skidster. So we kept that off. We pressure tested it. It was holding for an hour and a half. It held and it didn't lose 1 pound. We had it at 61. It stayed at 61. So, well, we're making a mess over here, filling up the floor heat. We found out that there's little restrictor things here, so we were trying to force stuff. And just, anyways, what I'm trying to say is that we're retarded. But it's running right now, so we've got the pump. This is sucking out of the bucket, and then this is returning. So that's really frothy because of all the air that's in here. And you could see air traveling through these. That's what we're working on right now. We're just going to let this thing run and get all the air out of the floor tubes. And then we'll keep filling this up. Get all that charged up. This side is charged right now fully. And we got the gas on. This is holding 60 pounds with glycol in it. So we just need to get all the air out of that. And then we can fire the entire system up. And then probably put some floor dry down because it's filthy. There's a freaking leak. What is that? It's glycol from this freaking valve. I took that off of there and I tightened that little, the stem gland or whatever. Anyways, the system works. I don't trust it enough to leave it running when I'm not here though. So I turned it on for a few hours and then turned it off and whatever. So hopefully this weekend I'll be able to run it and see what happens. But it runs, it holds pressure. Right now it's at 48 pounds. I'm assuming that is why it lost a little bit of pressure. But as soon as you fire it up again, watch, we can do it any day now. It's gonna happen. Okay, there we go. The pump just kicked on. This is on. That's what the pump power is. You can see it built pressure right away. It's already at 53, 54. Seems like it rides about 60. But this is flow gallons per minute. That is what the temperature is set. This is temperature in, so this is on the return loop. It's getting 51 degrees back, which makes sense because the floor temp is 46. And this is temp out, should be 120. It is working. Like I said, I'm not leaving it on when I'm not here because I'm terrified of what might happen. And I don't really want to get like a $500 gas bill next month, so. Anyways, there you go. Shop Radiant Floor Heat update.